A beautiful night for a baseball game here in downtown Hartford as your Reading Fightin Phils take on the Yard Goats for game number 5 of the 6-game set. The Fightin Phils a big victory yesterday as they out-hit and outscored the Hartford Yard Goats in an 11-2 win. They had 12 hits. And they had a 9-run fourth inning with 6 hits, capped off by Aldrum Corridor's 14th home run of the season. Everybody in the starting 9 recorded a hit, which I think was my favorite part of the victory. And we saw some awesome work from the pitchers, Taylor Lehman, Griff McGarry, and Andrew Baker, each pitching 2 clean innings of work. So today, the Fightins will turn to Andrew Painter on the rubber. 2 big prospects squaring off as Noah Davis, the number 24 prospect in the Rockies organization, will be on the bump. Today, he'll be throwing to Willie McIver back behind the plate. Daniel Montano out in left, Brent Doyle in center, and Zach Bean over in right. Aaron Schong sticks it out at third base. Hunter Stovall at short, Isaac Collins at second, and Grant Levine is over at first base. Jude Corey back behind the dish, calling the balls and strikes. Sean Cassidy over at first, and Kelvis Velez is the umpire at third and the crew chief today. Fightins have seen Davis twice before this, so he's nothing new to Reading, and he's been pretty good this entire summer for the Hartford Yard Goats, making his 25th start here. 120 2/3 innings under his belt with 8 wins on the season. He's looking for number 9 to tie the Eastern League, but the Fightins will try to usurp that as Johan Rojas will lead things off as always. Carlos De La Cruz batting second. Wendell Rio in the 3-hole, and Jalen Ortiz will be the designated hitter today, batting fourth. Rojas steps in on the right side. Righty-righty matchup here as Davis turns and kicks the first pitch, 107 on the radar gun, so that is definitely not correct. A called strike here on the outside corner coming in at 6:06 at Dunkin Donuts Ballpark. Rojas chips it back, foul, and the count moves to 0-2. An absolutely perfect night in Hartford. 79 degrees. A couple of clouds in the sky, nothing much, and it's cooling off as the sun sets. A slight breeze, 10 miles an hour, pushing inside the ballpark right now. Davis kicks and fires. This is chipped back again. Rojas will keep his count. He's been on a heck of a tear these past couple of games. Yesterday, another pair of doubles, drove in 2 runs, scored himself twice. And the day before that, 3 extra base hits. Oh, 2. When he gets him off speed, there is out number 1 here to start off the first for Carlos De La Cruz. Yesterday, big strikeouts on either side, both teams striking out 14 times. Here's Carlos De La Cruz in at the right side. Davis, a big prospect after being traded from the Reds. 11th round pick back in 2018 in Cincinnati, and then he came over with righty Case Williams for Michael Gibbons. De La takes a called strike at the knees. Fightin Phil's looking for an early lead here in this ballgame. Yesterday they got it, and they never relinquished it, just tacking on more and more. And De La Cruz down 0-2. And again with the breaking ball, down and away, gets De La Cruz to chase back-to-back strikeouts to start things off here. And the first is Wendell Rio. Rio, another guy that's had a heck of a last few days. Really everybody in this starting lineup has had a pretty good, especially these top 5 guys. Rio batting .272 with 82 hits here after missing 3 weeks with a wrist injury. That's really impressive. Takes a pitch down in the dirt, and there is a ball. That's the first ball that we've seen out of Noah Davis. He was on his way to an immaculate inning, 6 pitches, 6 strikes. but he won't get that here as Rio ahead at 1-0. Davis takes a big deep breath, goes outside, 2-0. The Yard Goats in their cream jerseys today with the green Yard Goats lettering across the front and the matching cap, the cream brim, and the Yard Goat across the front. Haven't seen them wear this series as Wendell takes one inside. He's ahead 3-0. The Fightin' Phils will stick in their navy tops with the road gray bottoms and the alternate road cap, navy brim, red top, and the white cursive R on the front. They won in them yesterday, hoping they'll get some luck today. 3-0 hits the outside corner, 95 with the fastball from Davis. And he has him 3-1. Noah leads the Rockies system with 137 strikeouts. Rijo slow roller back up the middle. Stovall racing in the play over to first. His sunglasses come flying off, but he's able to make the play. So the Fightin' Phils go down in order. It's time for Andrew Painter. He'll be out on the mound. No score. Bottom one coming up here at Dunkin' Donuts Ballpark.
Hey, psst. Yeah, you. You want to buy some low-priced groceries? Just follow me into this well-lit Lidl grocery store. Here at Lidl, we buy in bulk and cut down on costs wherever possible. Then we pass the savings on to you. Trust me, everything's done totally legit and above board. Nothing to be worried about. Yep, Lidl's pretty great. It's just your run-of-the-mill grocery store, except with way lower prices. Lidl. Suspiciously low-priced groceries.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage Auto Group Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with eXp Realty Associate Broker Alex Patansis throughout the 2022 season. Visit Alex's convenient website at brgpa.com and search for your perfect home today. His custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and he's there to answer all your questions. Call Alex today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Associate Broker Alex Patansis is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all 11 Savage Auto Group Fiesta Friday games during the 2022 season. eXp Realty Group and Alex Patansis, where every move matters. Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit our website at highlinemerchandising.com. Andrew Painter getting the start for the Fightin' Phils. Scoreless here in the bottom of the first. He'll see Hunter Stovall, Zach Veen, and Kyle Datras here to start things off. Painter has been absolutely electric for this organization, and we'll see what he can do today against the Yard Goats. First start on the road for Andrew Painter, and he gets a pop-up out of Stovall, fouled. 97 on the radar gun for the 19-year-old, the only active 19-year-old in the Eastern League. There was Ricky Tiedemann with New Hampshire, but he is shut down for the rest of the year, reached an innings limit that the Blue Jays have on him, as Painter gets the called strike fastball again. 0-2. Both starters, Davis and Painter, lead their organization's farm system in strikeouts. Andy sitting at 132 on the season. 0-2, lined up the first base side, and it goes all the way to the wall. Stovall's taking off for second, and a stand-up double will lead things off to start off the first. The defensive alignment for the Fightin' Phils, De La Cruz out in right today, Johan Rojas in center, and Ethan Wilson over in left. McCarthy Tatum at the hot corner, Jonathan Guzman and Wendell Rijo, your middle infielders, and Aldrim Corridor over at first. It's Herbert Iser who's back behind the dish, and I believe that he will catch tomorrow. Both of these youngsters has been with them most of the season in Jersey Shore, so he'll get the start today. Jack Conley getting the veterans the past few nights. Runner on second. Painter will look back, and now he's going to come home to the lefty bat, clips the corner for a called strike. He's going to be fastball heavy the first time through the order here, and then probably mix in some breaking balls for those strike threes, and then perhaps through the second and third time in the order. Big swing and a miss, ups it to 98, and he's got him down 0-2. Painter 87 2/3 innings pitched combined on the season in 3 levels, Clearwater, Jersey, and here in Reading, making his 3rd Double-A start. He sits with just a 1.23 ERA on the entire season, holding batters to just a 159 average. Looking back at second, the 0-2 checks his swing. It doesn't matter. A called strike 3 at the knees. And Painter gets his first punch out of the game. There's one away in the first. Here's Kyle Datras in as a designated hitter today. Painter, a number 1 draft pick back in 2021, 13th overall, and he sits first on the Phillies prospect list and 25 overall in minor league baseball. Inside. Ball 1. Stovall doubled to reach. He's out on second. 1 out for Painter. This is a grounder deep in the hole past the diving Jonathan Guzman. It's going to go into the outfield, and Stovall is racing home. An RBI single by Kyle Datras scores a run here in the first. Here's Grant Levine. Levine in on the left side with the runner on first and 1 away. Game number 125 as this is shot up the middle. What a play by Jonathan Guzman as he gets the out at first. Ranging deep back behind second. I think everybody in the crowd thought that was getting up the middle. There's no way he gets a glove on it. And he does a 360 to send it over to first. And they get the out there. Datras moves to second, but there's 2 away here for Aaron Schunk. Hartford leads Reading 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Just 14 more baseball games left this summer for the Fightin' Phils. I cannot believe it's winding down. Painter uses that slider for a strike here to start things off. And goes again as it comes inside to Schunk. He fouls it to the Fightin' Phils dugout. He's been ahead on most of these counts here, allowing 1 run on 2 hits. Schunk down 0-2. It's Datras who's out on second. He's taking a pretty solid lead. 0-2 misses outside. Solid crowd here in Hartford. They had a nice night yesterday with a post-game concert by Rob Bass. Some of the players hung out and just relaxed for a little bit as they're able to do a couple nights a week in Reading. And I think they appreciated one on the road. Just down and away as it slides too far outside of the strike zone, and the count evens at 2. Runner on second, 2 away. Andy looks back. Home, back to 2. Sharply struck, foul up the third base line. Inning started off with a double by Hunter Stovall. Came home on Kyle Datras' RBI single, so the Yard Goats lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Painter pitching out of the stretch here, looking to get out of it. That must have chipped the bat of Aaron Schunk. He's going to go back to the dugout and grab a new bat. And now he'll get back into the righty batter's box. 2-2 misses inside. Full count here with a runner on second and 2 away. Sun starting to set here at Dunkin' Donuts Ballpark. We're getting started an hour earlier than we have, so we should, the first day that we'll see sunlight in the field of play for these defensive players. The payoff pitch, a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Painter catches Shunk looking, and that will end the inning. A run does score on 2 hits for the Yard Goats. They take a lead of 1 as we head into the second. The Fightin' Phils will look to tie it up.
The Enersys Power Alley Pub features a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet, private bar with bartender, 2 rows of seats, bar stool seating, and 4 cafe tables. The pub provides your party a private area to enjoy the ball game away from other fans. The Enersys Power Alley Pub may accommodate groups of 40 to 60 people. Enjoy socializing with your group and watch the game with a unique vantage point.
Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit our website at highlinemerchandising.com.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Hartford. Things the Young Goats are officially safe at home. Parents for their first run of the game. Children in attendance will now receive a red Junior Fire Marshal helmet when exiting the park. Thank you to Hartford Junior Fire Marshal Program, celebrating 75 years of fire safety education. Designated hitter Jalen Ortiz.
Fightin's looking to get on the board, down 1-0 here in the top of the second. Noah Davis needed just 12 pitches to get out of the first. He'll see Jalen Ortiz, Ethan Wilson, and Aldrum Corridor. Last time we saw Davis, 8-inning complete game on 99 pitches, 7 hits, and 2 earned runs, no walks, 7 strikeouts. Jalen takes the ball outside, and then a swinging stride as it bounces over the plate, 1-1. Sum this season up for Davis, though, a 5.97 ERA in 24 starts. There's a called strike on the outside corner. The kryptonite for him has really been long balls. 26 home runs given up this season. And lefties. Lefties bat .306 against him. Ortiz checks his swing. He does not go around, and he stays alive with a 2-2 count. Sun now in left and center field. Everywhere else is in the shade. Hopefully that will set by the time the Fightin' Phils get back defensively. Maybe can take advantage of it now as Ortiz takes a fastball outside. Full count. Looking for a leadoff runner. Everybody representing the tying run, down by just 1 here in the top of the second. Fastball right at the knees. Ortiz shaking his head as he walks back to the dugout. There is out number 1, strikeout number 3 here for Noah Davis as he reaches 140 on the season, which, if you believe, is not even most in the Eastern League. Reese Olson of Erie has 153. On the left side here is Ethan Wilson. Been kind of on a tear here past few games. He takes a called strike yesterday. 2 hits and a walk. Also had a 3-hit game this series. Wilson grounds this up the first base side. It's fair, but Levine, playing right back behind the bag, is able to make the play unassisted, and there is out number 2. Here's Aldrum Corridor. 1 run on 2 hits for the Yard Goats, nothing across for the Fightin' Phils just yet. We're only in the top of the second at Dunkin' Donuts Park. Davis clips the inside corner fastball heavy here. He gets a strike. Way up and in, a little chin music bumps the lefty out of the batter's box as the count evens at 1. A full windup from the first base side of the rubber. Goes off speed and he gets Corridor to chase. Fightin' Phils looking for their first hit here in the top of the second with 2 outs. This is bounced over the plate and the count evens at 2 apiece. Aldrum Corridor leads the team in RBIs with his 61st last night, coming off of his 3-run shot. Lines this up the first base side, but it ropes foul, bouncing off the protective netting and back into right field. He will keep his count. Big game here for the Fightin' Phils, looking to keep that momentum alive after an 11-2 win yesterday. They dropped the first 3 games of the series and broke a 7-game losing streak, so I think that felt really nice. Here's the 2-2, popped up foul. It's going to hit the roof. Trying to take that good energy, pitching, hitting, clicking on all cylinders. It was really nice to see and trying to ride that into today. Hartford leads 1-0 here, top of the second. 2 outs on the board. Here's the 2-2 inside to Aldrum Corridor. Slow roller up the first base side, fielded by Mike Jones. Bench coach who's monitoring that territory, as always, manager Sean Williams is down the third base line. They're going to let Davis go deep into this game. Like I said before, an 8-inning complete game against Reading. Could see him triple digits if things are working out. 2 outs, down by 1. Here's the payoff pitch to Aldrum Corridor. Again, up the first base side. Again, foul. He is fighting off Noah Davis. It's anything upping his pitch count, as we'll see at least offering number 10 in this at-bat. Glove down at the waist. Davis begins his motion, and the payoff pitch grounded slowly over to Collins at second, on to first, and the Fightin' Phils go down in order here in the top of the second. Hartford leads 1-0. On to the bottom half we go.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, "Are you okay?" the hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives, working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org and click Local Coalitions.
To the bottom of the second we go. The Fightin' Phils trail by 1, but it's early here as Andy Painter comes out for another inning of work. 16 offerings, 2 hits and a run. Daniel Montano leading things off. He fouls one back. Brenton Doyle and Willie McIver also due up. Sun out in center field. Johan Rojas shielding it with his glove as Montano takes this back foul again. 0-2. Upstairs above the letters. Montano stays alive. Infield, outfield, back deep. Everybody on that grass edge here for the Fightin' Phils. And this is a called strike 3 on the corner. Goes off speed, and he catches Montano looking. A lot of movement on these breaking balls for the number 1 prospect. That's 3 strikeouts, all caught looking. And there's one away for Brenton Doyle. Doyle steps in on the right side, takes the ball below the knees. Chipped over to third, racing in McCarthy. Tatum on the run, down in the dirt, a pick by Corridor, and they get the call. What a play by the corner infielders. And the crowd not happy with the umpire call there. But that will stand. Aldrum Corridor giving claps across the diamond. Look at Tatum fly on the run, and Corridor down on his knee, getting the ball in the dirt. Andrew Painter goes down to avoid being hit on the mound. That's a bang-bang play for the Fightin' Phils. Out number 2, here's Willie McIver. Fouls this up the third base side, right into the Yard Goats dugout. Lights have come on here at the ballpark just in case. We have seen a couple of twilight balls this series. Nothing serious. This is lined into right field. De La Cruz coming in. It's going to bounce in front of him. A 2-out single for Willie McIver keeps the inning alive. Here's Isaac Collins. Collins in on the left side here against Andy Painter. This is taken out to left field. Going back at the warning track is Ethan Wilson. A can of corn for the left fielder. Results in out number 3. The Yard Goats get a hit, but they strand him on. They lead 1-0 onto the third at Dunkin' Donuts Park.
Roof Max of West Reading is a safe, easy, proven, and affordable alternative to a complicated and expensive asphalt roof replacement. Roof Max's revolutionary new technology uses natural, plant-based bio-oil to restore shingles' flexibility and instantly add 5 years of life to a roof. And treatment is around 20% of the cost of a complete roof replacement. From homes to commercial complexes, Roof Max of West Reading can help. Visit GetRoofMax.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on the 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating over 70 years of senior living.
Hartford leads 1-0 as we go to the third at Dunkin' Donuts ballpark. Herbert Iser, McCarthy Tatum, and Jonathan Guzman are due up as the Fightin' Phils look for their first base runner of the game. 6 up, 6 down for Noah Davis on 30 pitches as the lefty takes a ball outside. And now one below the knees. Lefties bat much better against Noah, 306 compared to 238 by righties. He's got 3 strikeouts and 3 groundouts so far. So the Fightin' Phils looking to loft something in the air here, perhaps. 2-0, a swinging strike. 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Fans still coming into the ballpark here at Dunkin' Donuts Park. It's a beautiful evening in Connecticut. Feels a little bit like fall these days. Iser rips this one foul towards the Fightin's dugout. 2-2. Late swing by Iser, and because of that, he clips it off the end of his bat up the third baseline, the lefty going the opposite way, and he gets the first hit of the game for the Fightin' Phils to lead us off in the top of the third. Man, that ended up being perfectly placed to beat the shift. Here's McCarthy Tatum. Tatum in on the right side. Takes the first pitch called strike on the outside corner. Out of the stretch here for the first time for Noah Davis as Iser shuffles off the back. Tatum finds a hole on the right side. Back-to-back singles for the Fightin' Phils, and they have something going here in the third, down by just 1. Here's Jonathan Guzman with 2 on and nobody out. Noah has his glove on his left thigh, his throwing hand down by his right hip. Now he comes set at the waist, looks back at second, and comes home. Guzzi wants to lay down a bump, but the ball is way above the letters, so he pulls back and takes a 1-0 count. Fightin' Phils set a team high yesterday for the season with 6 extra base hits, and it was a lot of people that contributed. Wants to lay down the bunt again. There's a called strike on the outside corner. So Rojas had 2 doubles, but then Rijo had 1, Ortiz had 1, Wilson had 1, and Jack Conley had 1. It's really all-around win for the Fightin' Phils. Now they've got 2 on and nobody out here in the top of the third. Guzzi lays down the bunt up the third base Shunk Fields on the run, but he sacrifices himself to move both runners into scoring position. So that is a successful at-bat for Jonathan Guzman as runners are both in scoring position here for Johan Rojas with just 1 out. Top of the order here for the Fightin' Phils. Iser on third, Tatum on second. Something into the outfield to drive in Herbert from third and tie up this game early. Redding's down by only 1. Infield's going to play in, not super in, not on that grass edge, but certainly way closer than normal as Johan takes one right near the jersey. 1-0. Down and away. 2-0. Coming set. Glove at the waist on the first base side of the rubber. The righty gets one chipped to third. They're going to try to make a play at the plate, and they tag Iser out. On a fielder's choice, Johan Rojas will reach And McCarthy Tatum will slide over. Good work there by Shunk. He has to kind of hop up to make the play. Throws it home to McIver, who puts on the tag. And here's Carlos De La Cruz looking to get the Fightin' Phils on the board early here, down by 1. Rojas on first and Tatum on third. We'll see if perhaps Rojas tries to swipe second here. He's had 57 total stolen bases in 60 attempts. This is sharply struck over to Shunk at third. Play is up the line at first, but keeping his toe on the bag is Grant Levine. The Fightin' Phils get 2 base hits, but they cannot score a run. So down by 1 onto the bottom of the third at Dunkin' Donuts Park.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you with their classic game program, all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player roster, and front office staff. It also includes feature stories and alumni reports on all of your favorite guys who spent time in Baseball Town. Visit ourphils.com/programs to check it out.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership on Pottsville Pike.
Fightin' Phils get a pair of hits in the top of the third, but they can't drive in a run. So they trail by 1 into the bottom half. Andy Painter getting another inning of work as Hunter Stovall will lead things off in the top of the order. Painter looking for his first 1-2-3 frame. Stovall doubled to reach and score the first and only run of the game so far back in the first inning. The good news is the sun is set enough over the field that Rojas out there in center does not have to try to block it from his vision. Stovall takes a ball and a strike on a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. This is popped up sky high. Eyes are ripping off his mask. It's roping foul, and it is just behind that net. Count moves down to 1-2. Painter waiting for his defensive players to get back in position. He's certainly ready to move faster than Hunter Stovall is allowing him to. As the righty steps back in. Here's the 1-2, chases the pitch down in the dirt. Iser can't find the baseball, but he wants the appeal. And they go down to first, no dice, 2-2. Ground ball, deep in the hole, past Jonathan Guzman. And a leadoff hit for Hunter Stovall makes him 2-2 today. Here's Zach Veen. Runner on first and nobody out. So Andrew Painter leading the Philadelphia organization with now 135 strikeouts. As Veen chops this foul. Who's in second? Griff McGarry with 121. Noah Skiro in third with 115. And Mick Abel, who still has his start tomorrow, in fourth with 113. So he should jump ahead at least one spot in that. A pickoff attempt over to first. Andy Painter gets Hunter Stovall. Good tag by Aldrum Corridor. And Stovall is arguing with the umpire. I think he might have gotten himself ejected here. Luis Lopez is the first base coach. Now they're going to see manager Chris Denorfia come out here as Lopez pushing Stovall out, who is saying some choice words certainly to Sean Cassidy, although these umpires have been very touchy, shall we say. And so Painter gets an out here, and he clears the runners on the base pass. That is his second pickoff here in Double-A in just 14 innings of work. That's really impressive. And Denorfias and Lopez are now talking to two umpires because Kelvis Velez came over from third. He's the crew chief. And that'll be out number one. And erases the runner on the base pass, Zach Veen, down in the count 0-1. The Yard Goats lead 1 run on 4 hits. The Fightins no run on 2 hits. Looking for a clean defensive game on either side. It's been a little bit messy past few games. Denorfia is going to go back over to third. He's their manager. Luis Lopez, their bench coach, down at first. And Hunter Stovall back to the dugout without number one on the pickoff attempt. You can put 1-3 in your scorebooks. This takes Veen to a knee as he pops it foul back into the stands. It bounces past a little kid. There's a fight for a foul ball, and a kid all dressed up, full uniform. Gets the coolest souvenir in all of sports. Veen down 0-2 from the left side. Painter kicks and fires. This is lined into center field, right in front of Johan Rojas. And they replace their base runner. Here is Kyle Datris. Phillies playing an earlier game out in San Francisco today. It's been very back and forth. Right now, the Giants lead 5-0 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Gene Segura had an RBI double, and Bryson Stott recorded a big home run into the Cove, his 9th of the season. That's been very back and forth so far. Phillies looking to come out on top. Both teams 10 hits today. Datris takes the first pitch called strike, now one that's just below the knees. 1-1. Lehigh Valley just getting started. Bubby Rossman with the start for the Iron Pigs, scoreless out at Norfolk. They're fighting for first place in the International League. Here's the 1-1 slow roller off the bat to short. Guzman flips to second, on to first. A double play. That'll do it. Pickoff attempt and a double play gets Andrew Painter out of the inning. Hartford leads 1-0 as we head into the 4th at Dunkin' Donuts Park. So with the ejection of Hunter Stovall, Julio Carreras, whose day off it was supposed to be, enters at shortstop. And the Fightin' Phils will look to tie things up down by just one in the top of the 4th inning. Wendell Rijo, Jalen Ortiz, and Ethan Wilson are due up here in the top of the 4th. Noah Davis, 44 offerings. He's allowed just 2 hits, but no runs to the Fightin' Phils as Rijo takes a called strike outside. Now he loads, but keeps his bat on his shoulder as a breaking ball misses outside, 1-1. Andy Painter stayed in that inning despite giving up 2 hits. A pickoff and a ground ball double play got him out of the inning clean. Davis bounces this over the plate. Wendell ahead in the count. 2-1. This is slowly rolled up the third base side into the dugout. 2-2. Flint Wallace in as the pitching coach for the Yard Goats. He's actually their coordinator. As Rijo takes a hefty swinging strike 3 upstairs, very frustrated with himself as he heads back to the dugout. Out number 1 here in the 4th. Strikeout number 4 for Noah Davis, and here is Jalen Ortiz. Ortiz corkscrews this back onto the roof, foul. There's a strike. They announced 7,132 is the official attendance tonight. Lots of open seats here in this ballpark, but that number is for tickets sold. I can tell you that's not the number here in this park right now, but there's still a good crowd as Ortiz shoves this back. And the count moves to 1-2 with the ball below the knees. This is popped up the elevator shaft, right side. Levine coming over in foul territory. He's there to make the catch for out number 2. One run on 5 hits for the Yard Goats. No runs on 2 hits for the Fightin' Phils. And here is Ethan Wilson. Wilson just playing in his 8th game here in Double-A after getting the call up yesterday. Takes this out to center field. Brent Doyle back in front of the warning track. He's there to make the catch. A 1-2-3 inning for Noah Davis. Sits down the side in order onto the bottom of the 4th. We go down by 1.
K Pool and Spa offers a variety of expert services for both in and above ground pools and hot tubs. They provide the service for Pool Pavilion at the First Energy Stadium and keep it clean and maintained throughout the entire season. Based in Reading, Pennsylvania, they have been family owned and operated for 40 years. Turn to K Pool and Spa for the best value and professional service.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider for the R-Phils. International Fireworks shoots all 33 fireworks shows throughout the R-Phils season, including 6 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a retail store in nearby Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the R-Phils.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin' Phils game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next Our Phils game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
Painter looking to keep this just a one-run ball game, as he will see Grant Levine, Aaron Schunk, and Daniel Montano here in the fourth. Although he allowed 2 hits in the third, he ended up facing the minimum. So we'll look to have another quick 1-2-3 as he gets a called strike. On the outside corner, Levine grounded out to short his first time up. Painter deals a breaking ball in the dirt, but he chases for strike 2. And he's thrown 37 pitches, 28 for strike so far. So he's not missing. And he said to me before, he'd rather try to eke it in there than pitch around a guy. And there's a swinging strike 3 as Grant Levine goes down for out number 1, strikeout number 4 for Andrew Painter. Here is Aaron Schunk. Strikeout high this season for Andy in a start is 14. Did that back in April when he was in high A. Here in double A, though, he's had solid success, 8 and 6 in his first 2 starts. So not unrealistic to think he could hit 140 as he gets a first pitch change-up strike. Checks his swing, just outside, 1-1. There's a called strike on the outside corner. That's slider, just grazing the plate, 1-2. Time is called by Schunk. He steps out. He was caught looking his first time. Now he's going to head back in as Painter waiting to go. He's got a big chain. And a breaking ball is strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Andy here, finding his rhythm. And there's 2 away as Daniel Montano comes up. Hits with the fastball, 97 here as he's on his way through the order for the second time. He gets a foul out of Montano for strike number 1. Cruising through these batters here. 2 away quickly in the bottom of the fourth. Hartford with just a 1-0 lead that they accrued in the first inning. The Yard Goats 5 hits, the Fightin Phillies 2. One ground ball. Over to Wendell Rijo, on to first, and a 1-2-3 inning for Andy Painter as he sits down. The Yard Goats in order. Here we go on to the 5th. Hartford 1, Reading 0.
The Fightin Phillies know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Berks Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Berks Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at First Energy Stadium.
Lidl is a normal grocery store with aisles and shelves and high-quality groceries. But only Lidl has really low prices, like so low they're too good to be true. But true. Lidl, suspiciously low-priced groceries.
Fightin Phil's down by just 1 here as we enter the 5th inning at Dunkin Donuts Ballpark. Noah Davis comes out here, 54 pitches. Andrew Painter just 46. But Davis has a 1-run lead to work with. The Fightin Phil's looking to change that here in the top of the 5th. Aldrum Corder, Herbert Iser, and McCarthy Tatum are due up. Aldrum takes a ball inside. Checking in on the Phillies real quick. They are down by just 1 in the top of the 8th as Corridor sends this back behind home plate foul. The Iron Pigs out at Norfolk, they're scoreless in the top of the 2nd. Jersey Shore down by 4 to Hudson Valley. They're only in the bottom of the 3rd on the road. Here's the 1-1. Aldrum sends a deep fly ball out to right. Zach Veen looking for it in the twilight. Almost like he couldn't find it, but at the final second, it ends up in his glove for out number 1. Here's Herbert Iser, one of just 2 hits for the Fightin Phils this evening so far. Iser in on the left side here against the righty. Davis takes a breaking ball inside. Noah Davis on the 40-man for the Hartford Yard Goats. Position that could give him a call-up. This is foul on the first base side. Grant Levine making the catch in the foul territory for out number 2. And really, Davis has induced just such weak contact here today. Here's McCarthy Tatum looking to keep this inning alive. Fightin Phils are 25-30 here in the second half. The Yard Goats 28-26. They're pushing for a playoff spot. Really, more likely for them is that Somerset wins the second half, and by default, since they'll have the best overall record, they can take that second half playoff spot. The other scenario is that Portland outright wins the second half. This is blooped down the first baseline, foul, and Tatum's count moves 0-2. So we'll have to see how that plays out. I think it's going to be kind of a fight to the bitter end. Portland's really been on a tear, but Somerset's been playing well, although Anthony Volpe, their star prospect, just got promoted to AAA. So we'll see how that plays out. 2 outs here, top of the 5th, Reading down by 1. Here's the 0-2 from Noah Davis. Breaks away, 1-2. Anybody that comes up for the Fightin Phils, a chance to tie things up. 1-run lead. It's been that way since the first for the Yard Goats. Here's one down at the cleats of McCarthy Tatum, 2-2. Little slight breeze picking up here as the sun sets. Nothing that's going to impact the game as of now. 2 outs. And Tatum takes a swinging strike as it breaks down and away. Another 1-2-3 inning for Noah Davis, his 4th of 5 frames as he sits down the Fightin Phils in order. On to the bottom of the 5th we go. Hartford 1, Reading 0.
There you are in the great wide open when you hear it. Dinner time. When you're hungry, you're not going to let 5,000 feet of mountain get in your way. And if they try, that's what Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable SUVs with available all-wheel drive is for. The Telluride, Sorento, Sportage, and Seltos are how you know we take this pretty seriously. The SUVs and the dinner. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Visit kia.com for details. Always drive safely. Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania, services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, "Are you okay?" the hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Fightin' Phils go down in order in the top of the 5th, so Andrew Painter back up here. He'll see Brenton Doyle, Willie McIver, and Isaac Collins as he keeps his fastball velocity up. Just 46 offerings for the starter through 4, and he gets a swinging strike out of Brenton Doyle, 98 on the radar gun. Painter's allowed 1 run on 5 hits. Noah Davis, no runs on 2 hits, so it's been a pretty even matchup. I know Andrew has given up more hits and 1 run, but he's been way more efficient than Davis, although we'll see here through the bottom of the 5th as this is smacked back foul, 1 and 2. 20 pitch difference could provide, even a 10 pitch difference could provide a whole extra inning. Doyle gets a piece of this. Staying alive. He grounded out to third his first time up. Fighting Andrew Painter here. Trying to start something off for the Yard Goats. This is up and away, 2-2. Sun beginning to set here at the ballpark. I think we still have another hour of light left. Just at the knees, but he doesn't get the call. Full count. You can see the moon. It's about a half moon back behind home plate and some clouds behind the home run fence. A big hefty swing as this is fouled into the net back as Painter goes off speed. He'll keep his full count. And I was just talking about efficiency. Well, this is a longer at bat here that's going to run him up at least 7 pitches. Shoved into left field. Ethan Wilson going back in front of the warning track. He's there to make the catch for out number 1. The crowd lost a little bit of depth perception there, I think. Wanted it to be deeper than it was, but just a routine fly ball for Ethan Wilson is out number 1. Here is Willie McIver. And that at-bat did run him 8 pitches. Tomorrow's game will be a day game, 1 o'clock. Here as this is smacked sharply down the third base line. It's blocked by Tatum as it dribbles into the tarp. Well, it was a good stop. It was a good effort at the hot corner, but he can't come up with the baseball. Just deflected off the end of his glove. So a 1-out single for Willie McIver. Here is Isaac Collins. We've already seen Painter pick up a big double play ball. This could be another good spot before he has to see the top of the order here with Isaac Collins. And this is shoved back foul. Although the top of the order was Hunter Stovall, now it is Julio Carreras who came in defensively early in this contest. Fouled back for strike 1. Painter looks for the pickoff attempt. Goes over to Corridor. Puts a little funny tag on McIver. He's already back in, but he still makes sure to do it. Painter turning around, looking at the runner on. Now he comes home with it, just missing the outside corner to the lefty bat. Collins is a switch hitter, though, so could bat from the other side if he wanted to, with really only righties coming out for the Fightin Phils today. I don't think so. There's a down and away ball, 2-1. The Fightin Phils do have a couple of lefties, but we've seen them all. Josh Hendrickson and Ethan Lindau are both lefty starters, and then we saw Taylor Lehman yesterday for the bullpen game. 2-1. This clips the corner, 96 by Painter, as he reaches 60 offerings, and the count evens at 2. And honestly, the Yard Goats really don't have many lefty options either. They used Dugan Darnell yesterday, and they've got Austin Kitchen. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball deep in the hole. Guzman backhands over to second, on to first. Good pick by Corridor, but they're only going to get that advanced runner at second. It was just so far deep at short, there just wasn't enough time. And Isaac Collins got a good jump out of the box. There are 2 outs now, and the runner is at first here for Julio Carreras. In his first at-bat here, came in defensively, was supposed to have the day off. So fielder's choice allows Collins to reach at first. Painter sees Carreras a called strike at the knees. Jonathan Guzman's put on a show at shortstop today. He has been so good all season. There was like a blip in August where he just had a couple of errors, but he's really the best, one of the best defensive, if not the best defensive shortstop in the league. That is sent back foul. And he's down 0-2. And I think, there's a couple of shortstop options on this field. And to be given that work defensively behind Andrew Painter, I think says something big about that trust. There's a little bit of debris on the field as De La Cruz goes and picks it up and right and puts it back in the stands. 2 out and a runner on first here. Painter, the 0-2, some off speed upstairs, gets Carreras to chase. Strikeout number 6 for the righty. He strands a runner on the base paths. On to the 6th we go, down by just 1.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Pelletin can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Pelletin for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Pelletin is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils. The Reading Fightin Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2022 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are healthy, safe, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community for animals anywhere by visiting humanepa.org.
This is the Crazy Hot Dog Bender coming to you from the radio booth. When I need to get somewhere in a hurry and the ostrich isn't cutting it, I hop on my Harley Davidson from Classic Harley Davidson. It's your one-stop shop for all your Harley needs. They have everything you need from boots, jackets, t-shirts, gloves, mugs, and oh yeah, they have a great selection of bikes too, which are almost as good on gas as an ostrich. Go to Classic Harley Davidson for everything Harley Davidson, and I'll see you at Harley Night.
Have some extra laps to do, buddy. Round of applause now left the Hartford Junior Fire Marshal Race. The Hartford Junior Fire Marshal Program, celebrating 75 years of fire safety education. The Game Spotlight Restaurant is more than just lobster. Visit them at 485 Main Street in Hartford and online.
Noah Davis will enter here in the top of the 6th inning. The Yard Goats lead the Fightin Phils just 1-0. That run being scored back in the 1st inning. The Fightin Phils will look to tie it up here. They've got Jonathan Guzman, and then the top of the order, Johan Rojas and Carlos De La Cruz. Swinging strike for Guzzi. Had a sacrifice bunt his first time up. Did exactly what he was supposed to do. Moved the runners into scoring position, but Reading just couldn't bring them home. On an off-speed pitch, Guzman chases 0-2. Really similar lines for these two starters. If anything, Davis has been just a smidge better, allowing just 2 hits and striking out 5 in 5 innings. And Painter, 5 innings, 6 hits, 1 run. No walks and 6 strikeouts, and both sitting at mid-60s offerings. A 3-pitch strikeout as Jonathan Guzman goes down quickly. There is out number 1 to start off the 6th inning. Here's the top of the order in Johan Rojas.
The center fielder, Johan Rojas.
Anybody has the chance to change this game here for the Fightin' Phils. They're down by just 1. Rojas looks to lay down a bunt. He's got Shunk moving in at third, but it is outside for a ball. We'll see if that changes things. The odds with a 1-0 count. He keeps the bat on his shoulder, and he takes a called strike on the outside corner. With every pitch, your average changes so much. So a 1-0 count increases your chances so much more than an 0-1 count. Rojas smacks this deep to left field. Going back, Montano, but he's there right at the wall to make the grab. And there is out number 1. That's the best contact that we've seen all day off of Noah Davis. He's really inducing some weak connection out of these Fightin's bats, and there was a serious line out. Here is Carlos De La Cruz with 2 away. De La takes the ball just below the knees. And there's one inside, 2-0. Davis coming set, the full windup, and he fires 93 just outside, and De La up 3-0 here. The Fightin's just looking for a base runner. They have the heart of their order coming up. Wendell Rehab waiting in the on-deck circle, and Jalen Ortiz back in the hole. 3-0 below the knees, and there is the first walk of the game. Here in the top of the 6th, nobody's given up a free pass. And there it is as De La Cruz takes a 4-pitch walk down to first. The Fightin's will get to continue this inning here with Wendell Rehab up at the plate. Reading down by just 1 here in the top of the 6th inning. 2 outs on the board. Rio 0 for 2 today, a ground ball and a strikeout. Very frustrated after his last at-bat. He'll take a called strike here. De La Cruz shuffling off the bag at first after getting some information from Mike Jones. Out of the stretch here is Davis with the 0-1. At the knees, 0-2. De La will be going on contact with 2 outs here. Inside, Rijo takes. The crowd in front of me is Hartford Friends and Family. They really wanted that to be strike 3. Davis up to 77 offerings here. Come set, glove at the waist. Runner on first and 2 outs here. Rijo chases way out in front of an off-speed pitch. And there is out number 3 as the Fightin' Phils get a base runner, but they can't bring anybody in. 7 strikeouts for Noah Davis all over this Fightin' Phils team. Reading trails by 1 as Andy Painter comes out for the bottom of the 6th.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on the 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating over 70 years of senior living.
The time has come for businesses to grow, to prosper, to innovate, to succeed. Tompkins Vist Bank continues to be a leading lender to companies in southeastern Pennsylvania. We make decisions locally and invest locally so local businesses can thrive. Call a business advisor today and see how we can help your business grow. Tompkins Vist Bank, locally focused, a world of possibilities. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Into the bottom of the sixth, Hartford leads just 1-0 as Andrew Painter will get his sixth inning of work, 63 offerings under his belt. He'll see Zach Bean, Kyle Datris, and Grant Levine looking to keep this a tight ball game. I think we should really hone in on the fact that he has looked so mature in this game today. You forget that he's only 19 out there as he gets a first pitch strike inside. You know, you give up a run in the first, you could easily get rattled. No, instead, he hasn't allowed a run since, looking for a quality start as he's mixing in a couple of off-speed pitches here now. That changeup for a swinging strike. And he's got Zach Bean 0-2 from the left side. Painter kicks and fires. This is grounded near the Fightin's dugout, and he'll keep his count. Up and in, 1-2, 98-mile-an-hour fastball, so he's really still got this velo. And I would think they'll let him ride for a little bit as he misses down in the dirt. He's up to 67 pitches. He has hit, you know, well into the 90s a couple times, but obviously really just in his first full season of professional ball, that's something they're going to watch. Here's the 2-2, just outside, full count. Payoff pitch taken out to right field. Rojas coming over. He's there to make the catch in right center. And there is out number one as Bean goes back to the dugout. Here's Kyle Datris. Inside, a ball and a strike here. Painter is still firing on all cylinders. He's picked up 6 strikeouts, and he hasn't allowed a free pass yet. Here's the 1-1, popped up. It's going to go on the roof, and that's good enough for a strike, too. One out here, bottom of the 6th. Hartford, 1 run on 6 hits. Reading, no runs on 2 hits. It's been a very tight game, unlike yesterday's contest. Here's the 1-2. Painter hits at the knees, a called strike 3. Caught looking is Kyle Datris. There is strikeout number 7 for Andrew Painter. And here is Grant Levine with 2 away. First pitch ball down and away. Painter gets him to chase. This time it's in the dirt. It's even further away. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. This is a slow roller up the first base side. It dribbles foul, though, and that will even the count at 2. The Yard Goats scoring a run off the bat of Kyle Datras in the first inning, and that has been the only run of this ball game here as we are in the bottom of the 6th. From the left side, here is Grant Levine, who's 0 for 2 today. Painter shakes off the sign here by Iser. Here's the 2-2 with 2 outs, and he gets him to swing on the changeup. Back-to-back strikeouts for Andrew Painter as he reaches 8 here and sits down the side in order. In his 6th inning, he's allowed just 1 run. As we go on to the 7th, the Fightin' Phils down by 1.
Gear up for Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at First Energy Stadium or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading Hot Dogs gear. Plus, throwback, black, R-Train, R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The sound of an ice-cold Corona is music to my ears. Oh, run that back. Dope. Now drop that beat. And hit me with the hook, player. Hey, whatever you do with your fine life, just do you, player. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Hartford leads just 1-0 as we go into the 7th at Dunkin' Donuts Ballpark. Noah Davis is going to stay in this game. He will see Jalen Ortiz, Ethan Wilson, and Aldrum Corridor. And the righty 78 pitches, and there's nobody up in the bullpen. Ortiz takes back-to-back strikes. He's down 0-2. Davis has allowed just 2 hits and a walk. That's it. He's struck out 7. And he's just a smidge better than Painter, who's been electric tonight. There's a check swing. They point down to first. He doesn't go around 1-2. I mean, Andrews, 6 quality innings. He's allowed just 1 run, no free passes, a total of 8 strikeouts. That's impressive. Davis, the full windup. Here's the 1-2. Ortiz pops this straight up. Ripping off his mask is Willie McIver. There to make the play easily in foul territory. Out number 1. Here is Ethan Wilson. Talked about it earlier, but just cannot find solid contact here off of Noah Davis's offerings. Here's Ethan Wilson from the left side. He takes the first pitch called strike. inside, 1-1. Infield, outfield, little bit of a shift here on this lefty batter. Wilson's got space if he can poke it the opposite way. And that's what Herbert Iser was able to do earlier from the left side. Chases a pitch down in the dirt for a strike, 2-2. Just looks a little off balance up there. Now there's some light stretching in the Yard Goats bullpen as Davis gets up to the mid-80s. Wilson out in front of this off-speed pitch. We've seen this a couple times today. Strikeout number 8 for Noah Davis, having one of the best starts of his season. He's got 2 outs here in the 7th for Aldrum Corridor. If anybody can change this game with one swing of the bat, it is Aldrum Corridor. First pitch strike to the lefty who's 0 for 2 today. There's a ball outside. 1-1. Yard Goats, 1 run in the first inning off the bat of Kyle Daughtry's. Since then, been held pretty quiet. They've had a couple of base runners, but nothing super traumatic, as Aldrum takes a ball below the knees. This is chipped back foul. He'll stay alive. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. The Fightin' Phils have not had a hit since the 3rd inning. They did have a walk in the 6th. We're in the top of the 7th, down by 1. Here's the 2-2 to the lefty. Takes this foul onto the roof up the third base side. Staying alive. He's had a couple of lengthy at-bats here against Davis. They've been kind of fighting tooth and nail. His last one was 10 pitches. The 2-2 again. Corridor lines this past a diving Shunk. A 2-out single for Aldrum. Gets the Fightin' Phils' 3rd hit of the game. And they get a runner on here for Herbert Iser, who's had one of just the 3 hits for the Fightins. Beating the shift. What's funny is he did that in BP today. And that's something you work on there. It shows up in a game. That's why they do all that extra work. Aldrum Corridor down at first. Back-to-back lefties for Davis. If there's a weak spot, this is it. Iser takes the first pitch called strike. This is popped up foul. And quickly down 0-2. Righty out of the stretch. Iser stays alive with a fastball into the netting. Oh, 2, wild. Aldrum Corridor is going to take off for second. The throw down by McIver almost goes into the outfield. Carreras does a really good job of making that play and stopping the ball, and Aldrum Corridor has got himself into scoring position here. He's going to have to hustle if Herbert Iser can record a hit here. not the fastest on this team, but certainly will always give it his best effort. Here's the 1-2. Iser takes a pitch up and in, and the count evens at 2. Runner on second, 2 outs, top of the 7th. The Phillies down by 1. 2-2. Iser skies this into the stands. And we'll get to go again. This at-bat is now up to 7 offerings here, working Noah Davis to his 100th pitch here, as there is somebody up and throwing in the bullpen. Triple digits for the first time this year. He'll look back at second. Here's the 2-2. Herbert Iser takes this deep to right field. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Aldrum Corridor scoring easily. Iser hustling for second, and RBI double ties up this game in the top of the 7th. A 2-hit day for Herbert as he drills it down the right field line. Oh, man, and that was perfectly placed, allowing Aldrum Corridor to come home here. He gets mobbed in the dugout. We are tied in the 7th, and they are going to let him go after McCarthy Tatum here with a runner on and 2 away. And Iser, although a catcher does have a little bit of speed on him, could potentially score on a base hit here from Tatum. The Fightin' Phillies looking to get on top. And now it is almost the exact same line for these 2 starters today. And that's that the lefties did it. That was the one weak spot of Noah Davis, and they found it. After a quick meeting on the mound, Willie McIver goes back behind the plate. Here is McCarthy Tatum, who has one of just the 4 hits for the Fightin' Phillies. He'll take a ball inside. He is a righty. 1-1 now in the top of the 7th here at Dunkin' Donuts Ballpark. The Fightin' Phillies still threatening with a runner on second. Tatum lifts this into the air, playable in the infield for Isaac Collins at second, and he'll make the catch, but the damage done. An RBI double by Herbert Iser makes it 1-1. Stretch time here at the ballpark, and then we'll be in for the bottom of the 7th.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. With Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays presented by eXp Realty, Breakthrough Beverage, Humane Pennsylvania, Origlio Beverage, and Mal Beer. Fiesta Fridays feature special Los Luchador de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phillies Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt, and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phillies, 2 great hometown partners.
Savage Auto Group is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an Phillies game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play in their Los Luchadores de Reading Latino tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage Auto Group, Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
America, my home, sweet home. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. This 7th-inning stretch is brought to you by Hartford Healthcare's Bone Joint Institute, the state's only dedicated orthopedic hospital. Hartford Healthcare's Bone Joint Institute, care and specialize as your needs. Now, please join us in the single Take Me Out to the Ball Game with your coach broadcaster, Dan Lavaro.
All right, let me hear you good and loud. A 1, a 2, a
Great job, Dan, and thank you to Hartford Healthcare, the official medical provider of the Hartford Yard Goods. Fans, it's last call. Alcoholic beverages will not be sold after the end of the 7th inning.
Manager Sean Williams is going to get Andrew Painter another inning of work as he comes in for the bottom of the 7th and what is now a tied ball game as Herbert Iser doubled home Aldrum Corridor, all with 2 outs. We are 1-1 here in the bottom of the 7th, and Andrew Painter seems like he's just got better as this game goes on. A 1-2-3-6. He'll see Aaron Chunk, Daniel Montano, and Brent Doyle here in the bottom of the 7th, looking to keep this ball game tied. He's recorded 8 strikeouts for a farm system high 140 on the season. No free passes issued. Just 1 run in the first inning as he uses a breaking ball to get Shunk to chase in the dirt. He's got a pair of punchies to his name today. 95-mile-an-hour fastball hits the corner. He's down 0-2. Something I was talking about with the pitching staff here in Reading today, Matt Hockenberry and Travis Hergert, who is the pitching coordinator. This is a slow roller over to short. Jonathan Guzman's got it on to first. And there is out number 1 here in the 7th. Was the record for the Fightin' Phils strikeout count as a team, which was set back in 2019 with 1,271. Well, the Fightin' Phils are 91 strikeouts away from eclipsing that, or at least tying it. I guess 92 from eclipsing that, as they sit with 1,180 total on the season. Painter gets one below the knees here to Daniel Montano for ball number 1. So they needed to average 6.5 strikeouts coming into today's game. Well, Andrew Painter has already given them 8. And that's just one guy as a 97-mile-an-hour fastball is chipped back foul. So they're well on their way to perhaps coming near, perhaps breaking that record, which is exciting. Although I will say strikeouts are just a lot more prevalent in this game. Pitchers have gotten more than hitters. They've just, it's kind of more prevalent. It's more accepted. The strikeout is more accepted. And that's really one of the only categories that has gone up in the record books. 1-1, sent back foul, 1 and 2. You know, we've had such a long history, more so than any other team, literally, since 1967. It's the longest standing affiliation with the Phillies. And so our history spans back through many different times of the game. The 1-2, caught on the inside. Andrew Painter catches Montano looking. There is strikeout number 9 here for the 19-year-old in the 7th. And here is Brenton Doyle. Two outs quickly as he gets Doyle to foul one back for strike 1. This grazes itself into the zone, slides right through the corner. And he has got him down 0-2. This is grounded over to third. McCarthy Tatum covers a lot of ground. The flip play over to first. It gets past Aldrin Corridor. I think he would have ran it out either way, so we're going to have to see how these scorekeepers decide. It wasn't a bad... It was a great effort by Tatum, and it wasn't a bad throw. it was Corridor kind of got tied up with the runner, and I think even if it was perfect, he would have beat it out. It's tough to watch back there, so we're going to have to see how that goes in. With a runner on first, they're going to give him a hit. So Painter's got one on and two out. This is popped foul by Willie McIver. He's 2 for 2 today. The only one who seemed to be able to figure out Andy. Pickoff attempt over to first. He's already done that once today, so certainly very capable of doing it again. He has really good control of focusing on the runner and staying put with the batter. This is a line drive dropping in front of Johan Rojas. Back-to-back hits here by the Yard Goats in the bottom of the 7th. Painter got 2 quick outs. He's fighting for the third. He'll see Isaac Collins. And we'll have to see how long they give him. I don't think Sean's coming in to take him out. I think he's coming in to give him a pep talk and go over some defensive positions here. There's a difference in the way they come out of the dugout, which lets you know if it's like you need some time to breathe Mount Visit, if I need to say one quick thing to you, or if you're coming out of the game. When you run out there like that, you are not taking somebody out. Sean comes in, he sets the defensive position, he gives him a pep talk. This is what we're doing, and we're doing it now. And it's very quick. It's already broken up. The entire infield coming in. They will go back here for Isaac Collins from the left side. There's 2 on and 2 out. Andrew Painter trying to hold up this tie. This is lined into left center field. Johan Rojas is there to make the catch. Do not listen to the crowd. They thought that was like the most perfect hit, and it was right where he was standing in center field. And there is out number 3. So on one pitch, whatever Sean says works. Andrew Painter, 7 innings of 1-run ball. He strikes out 9, and he strands 2 on the base pass to keep this tie. On to the 8th we go. Fightin. Due up.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Character Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with your family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus, 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and photos and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phil's mascot band. Regular season tickets are $31 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
For top-flight local jobs, go with who you know. J.P. Mascaro & Sons, a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands brought on by the pandemic, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, MASCARO, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com. Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit our website at highlinemerchandising.com.
Yard Goats go to the bullpen here in the top of the 8th inning as Blair Calvo will replace Noah Davis. He'll see Jonathan Guzman, Johan Rojas, and Carlos De La Cruz in a 1-1 tie. Calvo's the first pitch strike here to Guzzi. Anybody that comes up could represent that go-ahead run, as this is a called strike on the outside corner. Ground ball up the middle. Collins deep in the hole at second. A flip play to first. Keeping his foot on the bag is Levine. And there is out number 1. Davis finishes with a quality start, arguably the best, one of the best of his season. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. And they give him 102 pitches, which is his longest outing of the season. Both pitchers had a very similar start today. And here is the top of the order in Johan Rojas with 1 away. Calvo was very dominant the other day. It was 2 1/3 shutout innings to end the game. Back in a victory on Wednesday night. So only a couple days of rest here after throwing 26 pitches. Rojas lines this foul up the first base side. 95 on the radar gun for Calvo, and he's down 0-2. The Fightin' Phils, 1 run on 4 hits. That was Herbert Iser doubling home Aldrin Corridor. The Yard Goats, 1 run on 8 hits. It was Kyle Datries singling home Hunter Stovall. In at the knees, a called strike 3. And Rojas will take out number 2 back to the dugout with him. Here's Carlos De La Cruz with 2 quick outs. Certainly capable of changing the game here. De La checks his swing. The appeal, he does go around. Calvo dealing here up to 97, and De La Cruz a swinging strike 2. Fightin' Phils have just 4 hits today. Pair from Iser, Tatum, and Corridor, and De La Cruz has taken the only walk issued of the game. 2 outs, top of the 8th, here's the 0-2, and he strikes out swinging. So Calvo comes in the top of the 8th, and he sits down the Fightin' Phils 1-2-3 to keep that tie. And I believe we will turn to the bullpen here, so we'll see who comes out for the Fightin' Phils in the bottom of the 8th, tied at 1.
White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the Our Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other Our Phils fans, see an Our Phils road game, meet with an Our Phils player, and see 2 Philadelphia Phillies road games. The White Star Our Phils fan road trip visits Erie and Pittsburgh, Thursday, July 28th through Sunday, July 31st. You see the Our Phils at Erie, meet with an Our Phils player or coach, then head to Pittsburgh for a tour of the city, including the Incline, and a ride on the Yankee Clipper riverboat. You will attend 2 Phillies games versus the Pirates on Friday and Saturday before traveling home Sunday with a stop at the Flight 93 National Memorial. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star Our Phils fan road trip to Erie and Pittsburgh. Space is very limited. Sign up today.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Into the bottom of the 8th, tied at 1, and Matt Seelinger looks to keep it that way as he takes over for Andrew Painter. He'll see the top of the order, Julio Carreras, Zach Veen, and Kyle Datries. Carreras replacing Stovall defensively, had his first at-bat in the 5th where he struck out against Painter. And he takes the first pitch ball in the dirt by Matt Seelinger. This one popped up foul. He'll go out of the field to play. Painter, 7 innings of work, his 3rd time he's hit 7 innings, allowing 8 hits, 1 run, no free passes, and 9 strikeouts on a total of 92 pitches. So that was his 2nd longest outing pitch count-wise. No walks. Really impressive. This is lined into center field. Playing it on a hop is Johan Rojas, and the Yard Goats will lead off with a base hit. Seelinger drops his ERA down to 3.76 with a really impressive outing earlier this series. From the left side, here is Zach Veen. Seelinger hits for a strike, 94 on the fastball. Runner on first represents the go-ahead run here late in this game. Fightin' Phils have done such a fantastic job holding themselves into this game with just 4 hits. Checking his swing. Doesn't go around, 1-1. Big swinging strike, and Seelinger evens the count at 2. Runner on first is Carreras. 1 stolen base here in Double-A, although he's only really been here for 10 games. Seelinger comes set out of the stretch here with a runner on, nobody out, bottom 8, the 1-2 up above the letters, 2-2. Matt deals a called strike on the outside corner, 94, oh, he balked. So he doesn't get the strikeout. He makes it a full count, and off to second goes Julio Carreras. Breaks up the double play, puts a runner in scoring position, and this is where he's going to have to stay tough. There's no damage done yet. You got to be locked in here. Fires home. This is shoved back foul. And there's one in the dirt. Iser has to throw it to first, and he waits just a heartbeat so that Carreras doesn't move. A very tough drop third strike. He's smiling out there to get the out. But they get him. They get the strike. It took a little bit more work, but Seelinger gets the strikeout there. And there's one away for Kyle Datries. First righty that Matt will see. Go ahead run out on second here in a 1-1 ball game in the bottom of the 8th. He looks back at second. Now he comes home. There's a foul ball. Phillies took a tough loss today to the San Francisco Giants. A back-and-forth contest ended 5-4 in favor of the Giants, even though the Phillies out-hit them 12-11, and Bryson Stott recorded his 9th home run, but a couple of errors really did them in. This is a ground ball over to third. Tatum's going to send it to first as Carreras moves over 90 feet from home. It's so hard for McCarthy because you're there and you want to tag him so bad, but you don't want to accidentally miss him and then avoid getting out at first. Your only option there is to go to first and get the out they're giving you. And he's done a really good job over at third today to make those tough plays. And now Matt is going to have to be perfect here. We've seen a couple of runs on wild pitches. We do not need that today in a 1-1 ball game. Runner on third and 2 outs for Seelinger. He'll see Grant Levine, a first pitch ball. Chipped back foul. Just out of reach of Herbert Iser. Glove back behind his chest. Seal deals the 1-1. Checks his swing on the appeal. No dice. Lehigh Valley tied 2-2 at Norfolk. They're in the bottom of the 5th on the road. Yairo Munoz, an RBI double. And Ali Castillo, an RBI single. Here's the 2-1. The bat splinters. This is a pop-up to Wendell Rijo at second. He makes the play. And after a leadoff base hit, Seelinger stays tough and gets the outs he needs to keep this a 1-1 ball game. To the 9th we go. Who's going to end up on top?
Gear up for Fightin' Phil's season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phil's team store at First Energy Stadium or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phil's hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading Hot Dogs gear, plus throwback, black, R-Train, R-Phil's attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The sound of an ice-cold Corona is music to my ears. Oh, run that back. Dope. Now drop that beat. And hit me with the hook, player. Hey, whatever you do with your fine life, just do you, player. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Tied at 1 here in the 9th inning. The Fightin' Phils are looking for 1 run, and they'll have the perfect spot in their order to get it with Wendell Rijo, Jalen Ortiz, and Ethan Wilson due up. Everybody represents the go-ahead run here late in this ball game. Calvo coming home down and away to Rijo. He had a 1-2-3 back in the 8th inning. The Fightin' Phils scored their run in the 7th. An RBI double from Herbert Iser brought home Aldrim Corridor. The only run of the game for the Yard Goats in the 1st. Kyle Daughtry's singling in Hunter Stova. 1-0 outside here to Wendell Rijo. He gets ahead in the count. He's been in the head of the count a couple times, and it hasn't worked out for him here today, but this is a big moment to turn it around. Just 4 hits for the Fightin' Phils today. There's the 2-0 down in the dirt. Herbert Iser has a single and a double. McCarthy, Tatum, and Aldrum Corridor each a base knock. And all these guys that are coming up, too, have very good speed. He's going to keep the bat on his shoulder for the 3-0, and it hits the outside corner, 94 from Calvo. It's crazy because neither of these teams want to waste their pitchers' impressive starts. Both of them going 7 innings, 1 run. 3-1, just outside, ball 4, and the Fightin' Phils are going to get that base runner here in the top of the 9th. Jalen Ortiz does the sign of the cross here as he comes up. He's 0 for 3 with 2 pop-outs to foul territory. Now, all of these coming against Davis. Out of the stretch here, Calvo with a runner on. Ortiz takes a ball downstairs. There's some action in the Yard Goats bullpen. Nobody throwing. I would think we're going to see somebody else for the 9th. There's somebody throwing. I don't know who it is. Starting the wave here at Dunkin' Donuts Park. The 1-0 down in the dirt, and now we're going to see a visit from Willie McIver here. If I had to guess, and I literally cannot see the bullpen, so I don't know, it would be Andrew Schultz. That's my guess. Ortiz in the head in the count, 2-0. You know Wendell's going to be aggressive, but he's not going to try to risk it. This is the base runner. He is the go-ahead run. And he's got some good speed on him. They're really trying for the wave here in Hartford. They've done that almost every night. I think it's a season ticket holder that starts it down back behind the plate. There's a called strike of the knees on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Puts the bat on his shoulder. Runner on first, nobody out here, top of the 9th, tied at 1. Calvo deals Ortiz, grounds this deep in the hole, right side, it gets through. Rijo's going to pull up at second. And a base hit from Jalen Ortiz puts a runner in scoring position. It's getting a little bit chilly out here, too. Wind out in center field, blowing out of the ballpark, probably 5 miles an hour. Ortiz just got this in the hole on the right side because Isaac Collins was playing more towards second with Rijo's threat to run. And now there's 2 quick base runners on here for Ethan Wilson. I would not be surprised if he tries to lay down a bunt here and move these runners into scoring position. Does have an opportunity here. They're trying to fight the shift. He lays it down. There you go. The pitcher is going to make the play unassisted. And he almost runs it out at first, but he does his job. 2 sacrifice bunts by the Fightins today as Wilson moves Wendell Rijo 90 feet from home. You couldn't ask for more from that rookie there to lay down a perfect bunt. And Wendell Rijo on third, Jalen Ortiz on second. Now you've got your RBI guy, Aldrum Corridor. What you're looking for out of him? Yeah, you'd like that bases clearing double. You want to sacrifice fly at minimum here. You need that run to come in. And this is what Aldrum is good at. He leads the team, 61 RBIs, and he missed a month of the season to start. Chips this up the middle, it gets through. Wendell Rijo's going to score. Play at the plate for Jalen Ortiz is no good. The Fightin' Phils up 3-1. 2 RBIs from Aldrum Corridor on a base hit up the middle. He does it every time. So good. And it looks like Sean Williams is going to pinch run for Aldrum here, which makes sense to me. He's not going to get another at-bat. If you could perhaps add a third run, that would be impressive. They're going to go with Madison Stokes to pinch run. A job well done by Aldrum Corridor as he gets the cheers from his teammates going back into the dugout. And Madison Stokes is going to check into the game at first. Herbert Iser, who's 2 for 3 today with the early RBI back in the 7th. Iser skies this straight up. It's going to head into foul territory. Stokes shuffles off the bag at first. There is 1 out here as Iser corkscrews this back foul. There's 1 outside, 1 and 2. They've got somebody up in the bullpen here for Calvo. He's allowed a walk and 2 hits. The Fightin' Phils have taken a 3-1 lead here in the top of the 9th. I'm very interested to see who comes in for the bottom half. Redding's not done, though. They are looking to keep this going. Over to first. They're going to try to turn 2. And Iser is safe at first as the covering first baseman off the bag. They're yelling. I think it would have been interference either way because the pitcher got in the way of Herbert Iser down at first. We're watching this back here. So they go to get the leading runner at second, which is a good call. Then they go back. And yeah, his foot was not on that bag. And obviously so because the manager does not come out and argue. And so a fielder's choice will put 2 outs on the board here, but the inning is alive for McCarthy Tatum. This is chipped deep in the hole at third past 2 diving infielders. And with 2 outs, McCarthy Tatum keeps this inning alive, shifting Iser into scoring position. Here is Jonathan Guzman. Inning all started when Wendell Rijo took a walk and Ortiz singled to reach. A sacrifice bunt by Wilson put them both in scoring position. And then Aldrum Corridor singled home both of those runners to make it 3-1 Reading. Herbert Iser reached on a fielder's choice and McCarthy Tatum singled to put 2 on and 2 out as Guzman takes a called strike. Looking for his first hit of the game. Did have a really great sacrifice bunt in the third. It didn't result in anything. And he's down 0-2 here. 2 on, 2 out. Slices it back foul. He'll stay alive. Here's the 0-2 again, way outside. Good snag in the air by McIver back behind the dish. And there's a swinging strike. That will end the top of the ninth, stranding 2 on, but Aldrum Corridor comes up big for the Fightin' Phils. He drives in 2 runs to make it 3-1, and it is a save situation for whoever comes out of the bullpen in the bottom of the ninth.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phils game ticket for only $19. No need to visit the concession stand. You can add a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet to any ticket. This selection includes barbecue chicken, barbecue sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, mac and cheese, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, fruit, cookies, and all Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL, order online at Fightins.com, or visit the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Unlike any other area in First Energy Stadium, the Savage 61 dugout suite puts you in the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, abilities in motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for this one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the dugout suite start at $25 and include options to add food and drink packages.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Mao Beer and Stockertown Beverage throughout the 2022 season. Mao Beer and Mao's Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Make sure to pick up Mao Beer and Mao's Cinco Estrellas Lager at First Energy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2022 season and through our partner in Stockertown Beverage. Mao Beer will be on site for all of our Fiesta Friday games with samplings of their amazing Cinco Estrellas Lager. Mao Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils in all Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mao Beer, the 5-star taste and quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
Manager Sean Williams tabs Billy Sullivan here for the bottom of the ninth inning. A save situation. He comes up with a 3-1 lead. He'll see Aaron Shunk, Daniel Montano, and Brenton Doyle and try to save this game and give the Fightin' Phils a victory. We saw Sullivan earlier this week. Actually, just 2 days ago, he pitched an inning of work, allowed a hit, struck out 2 on 15 pitches. And he does have a save on the season. I think he's going to be the one seemingly to slide into this role now that Brian Marconi is up in AAA. He hits 96 on the radar gun for a called strike. Now he looks to clip the corner again, but he doesn't get the call outside. 2-1. Billy has been really impressive these past few appearances. Over half of his outings have been scoreless. This is outside 3-1. A 3.66 ERA, and Madison Stokes stays in the game for Aldrum Corridor over at first after pinch running. There's a called strike on the corner. Sullivan's fastball sticking high. Yard Goats fans still in this game. They're only down by 2. I think Billy needs an out here to take a deep breath. The payoff pitch. Deep in the hole, Tatum knocks it down, but he can't send it over to first, and a leadoff base hit for Aaron Shunk as the Yard Goats look to rally. Here's Daniel Montano. One on and nobody out. He takes a swinging strike from the left side here against Billy. No matter what has happened this game, the Yard Goats fans have always been into it. As Billy hits the inside corner there, down 0-2. It's been a pitcher's duel, I would call this game. Even though the Yard Goats have 10 hits and the Fightin' Phils now have 7, it's just a 3-1 game, which is very different than yesterday's 11-2 victory. Reading looking to hold on for dear life. Here's the 0-2, sent back foul. Just outside, staying alive. 3-1. Billy deals and he gets the strikeout on a changeup. Down and away, he fools Montano. There is out number 1 here in the 9th. Matt Seelinger finishes after an inning of work, just 1 hit and 1 strikeout on 15 pitches. Gets the job done in the 8th. He keeps his team in the game for them to score 2 runs in the 9th off the bat of Aldrin Corridor, and now it's Billy Sullivan's turn for a save here. A leadoff single puts Shunk on first. And 1 out. Here is Brenton Doyle as he takes a first pitch called strike. Outside, the count evens 1-1. Up high. 98 out of Billy Sullivan. Just needs to put it in or near the zone. There's a called strike on the outside corner. Working quickly here. 2-2. Runner on first is Aaron Shunk. He's had 6 stolen bases in 8 attempts. I don't think he's going to really risk it here. Big swing and a miss. 97 on the outside corner. Back-to-back punch-outs by Billy Sullivan puts 2 outs on the board. And now down to their final out here is Willie McIver. Sullivan deals outside. A leadoff hit by Aaron Shunk puts a runner on first. Chipped back foul, 1-1. Yard Goat scored the first run of the game in the first inning when Kyle Datris brought home Hunter Stovall. They haven't scored since then. The Fightin' Phils 3 unanswered runs, tying it up in the 7th with Herbert Iser's double and Aldrin Corridor a 2-run single in the top of the 9th. Outside, 2-1. Outside 3-1. Waiting in the on-deck circle is the number 9 hitter, Isaac Collins. Runner on first, 2 outs here for Billy. There is ball 4 outside, and that will put the tying run on the base pass here with Isaac Collins, the go-ahead runner, up at the plate. He is 0 for 3 today, but the first time that he's seeing Billy here. Doesn't look like we'll see anybody from the dugout. They are going to trust their pitcher here to come away with the save. Reading up by 2 in the bottom of the 9th. Outside to the lefty bat. Big swinging hack. 1-1. Billy keeping his velo up. Fastball ranging 95 to 98, we've seen. Outside, 2-1. Out on second, Aaron Schunk. Single to reach, and Willie McIver walked to get to first. 2 on and 2 out here for Billy Sullivan. Looking to come away with a big victory here for the Fightins after 7 innings of 1-run ball by Andrew Painter, 1 clean inning by Matt Seelinger, and the perfect RBIs by Iser and Corridor. Here's the 2-1. Another swinging strike on a fastball. 2-2. Billy is locked in here. Crowd on their feet for Hartford, but we're thinking this is all Reading here. 2-2, clips the corner, strike 3. Billy Sullivan slams the door shut on the Hartford Yard Goats after allowing 2 base runners. He picks up 3 strikeouts, and the Fightin' Phils are victorious tonight. What a well-rounded game here. The first game where they play immaculate defense. 7 innings of 1-run ball from Painter, a clean frame by Seelinger to keep them in, and a save by Billy Sullivan. The Fightin' Phils get just 7 hits, but they are timely hits with runners in scoring position. And Herbert Iser and Aldrim Corridor coming up in the clutch today. Fans, thank you so much for tuning in. That was a fun one as your Fightin' Phils a huge 3-1 victory over the Hartford Yard Goats, and they're looking to come away with a series split here tomorrow. They'll play at 1:05 during the day on the road here at Dunkin' Donuts Park. They'll send out righty Mick Abel, and we'll see the Tuesday starter for the Yard Goats, Mike Ruff. And that'll be a 1:05 game here as we wrap up a series on the road. And then we return home for a week at First Energy Stadium against New Hampshire, and then finish out in Altoona. Fans, once again, thank you so much for joining me. Your final score, Reading 3, Hartford 1.